Hello there. Make sure everything's squared away here real quick. And that everything is happy. Reasonably so anyway. Okay. It could be one of those nights. Huh. Been a long day. Let's fire that up. And get ready for that. We'll start that here in a second. Figure out what we want to do today. I think we're done in there. We need to come over here. And we'll do that real quick as well. All right. I should probably also... I should change this up real quick here. Cool, I don't want your Google Play services to run on my emulated Android. Let it happen. Let's take that out real quick. We'll do that, and then we'll do... Let's do that. All right. Now, where the heck was I? So we got our stuff coming in. We used the app usage package. Let's run that. Make sure we're squared away here. Let that finish. Thought we built this yesterday, but this is kind of going slow, like it wasn't. Let's do this really quick. Fix that. There we go. All right. And we click to update and we see everything is happy. So we need to get these guys and figure out... We need to ignore ourselves. Or do we? This is only foreground time. I don't know what Nexus Launcher is. Settings. That's all fine. So we're going to want to pull the name out let's start there. Let's clean up what we're pulling out of here. That'll be a good place to kind of on ramp here, right? So if we look up our docs here, what comes back? So app name is this. Screen package name. That feels kind of backwards. This is probably the app name. So we want app name and we want usage. Let's get just those out for now. So here, oh look, Flutter butter. Well, there's certainly Flutter. I don't know about butter. Okay, we need to pull out. We put here in the update data. Let's chuck in a new line here real quick, just for niceness. Okay, so we throw in a new line there. That's fine. I'm happy to have a second one there. But instead of info to string, we're going to do... Let's try app name. It looks like it's backwards, but I don't know. We'll see. So we'll do app name, and then we'll do this. And this will be info dot usage. And if we update, we get way better. Actually considering picking up Dart for full stack, not Flutter though yet, like web dev. Gotcha. This is day 5 or 6. I don't know. I haven't done a ton of Flutter or mobile dev, so we're just kind of YOLOing some new stuff, right? So I was right. App name is that, and then we get our usage. That's looking pretty good. We want to make this though. Usage. We want to make this a little bit more readable. We don't need to have this milliseconds here. It's arguable whether I even care about seconds. Can we can do in minutes. What does that produce? Okay. So we can do that. Looks like that's kind of... We could also get it in seconds. But we don't really want to do that. We want to be smarter about this, right? What are you? It's a duration. Duration. Oh, we can pretty it. Which would be nicer. We don't have... Who does duration? This unverified uploader. That's sketch. Let's see here. So we can do... I'm going on off cooking, but curious you picked up dirt back when I was considering it. I saw your previous streams. Gotcha. Since I turned off my recommendation, I use a sub tab. Sub to you. So, well, I appreciate you subbing. um, like we can pretty this, but I'm thinking, oh, maybe we can't pretty this. I thought I saw pretty. It is a duration type. Is it because I'm missing? Do I have is that a thing? That doesn't exist. But I don't know what the duration is. But I could do that. There. So that seems to be happy. So that must just be in the standard library, which makes sense, right? Oh. Can I do... No? Can I do... I don't think you're a duration. I think you're something else. Usage. You're a duration. Mm. Okay. So you can create it like that. Which is why this person is saying... Oh, no, that's not true. Like, I'm hoping we don't have to just do this ourselves. It'd be nice to use whatever is provided, right? Mm. What does it do if I just string it? Same as that. Okay, that makes sense. I guess I would have to do like milliseconds and then math it up, which we can do. It's just longer. Yeah, none of these explain what they're trying to say. Yeah, this is... I don't even understand what you think this is valid for. What are you trying to solve for future viewer curiosity? So I'm just thinking about how we're going to pretty this up and split it out, because right now it just displays this, which is fine, right? Except for that, which is... No, I'm just losing my mind. So we can do in minutes, right? And get just the minutes of it, but this is actually doing math on the usage. And I'm just looking at what the Dart provisions are for what exactly it allows you to do with the duration type. I was trying to avoid doing all the math myself to figure that out. Because we want to display screen time use in something, right? In probably like a bar graph. Oh, we got parse duration, pretty duration. Pretty range time series? Yeah, kind of. But it also just kind of trying to understand what my options were, right? Oops, that's not what I want. Oh, this is this unverified uploader thing. Where'd you come from? Who are you? Desktop Dart. Don't know who you guys are. So I'm a little sus. I'm going to leave that alone for now. Put that back. So we're back to that. Okay, so. The other thing we need to know kind of is how we want to display this, and that might have bearing on what the data needs to look like, right? So I feel like I understand what they got going on. Like a duration is a type, and it basically just stores things, I think, as milliseconds, it said. And you can, it'll by default, when we string it, break it up like this. But we can also, you know, do math on it, essentially, by calling the in minutes and all that. So, let's take a look at what our options are for graphs. There is a chart library. It was updated very recently, which is nice. Could do a bar chart, which is kind of what I would be inclined to do. We could also do a pie, though. How do we, what if we start with a pie? I don't know if I want to do pi, though, because that displays them as, like, relative to one another, right? We might just want to go bar. Random question, favorite chart minus time series or histogram? Whatever makes sense. I don't have like a favorite near and dear chart. I'm not a math nerd enough for that. Okay, I kind of like this. This is interesting. How do I, well, I guess we need to make a space for this to live anyway first. We can leave this in this state thing for now. That's fine. This needs to go, though. This, we don't want an app bar. That was kind of just left over, and it was good enough for a scaffold in there. Let's get rid of that. What we do want, and I'm going to open up our first Flutter app. New window. So I can refer back to that, because that had some basic scaffoldy bits. I think it was called a nav bar. Safe area navigation rail. Let's do that as well here. So in our scaffold, children, what we did, and then rail, though. Do we want a rail right now? We don't want a rail right now. We can just do a sized box in here just to give it something to exist. Why are you? Height, that's what I want. There. Okay. I think we're gonna want that. Wait, I lied. We put the rail in there. Gotta remember all the Flutter I kind of halfway learned. Early days. Early days. Trying to orient myself. Okay, so destinations. This can be 0 for now. And then destinations was just a list of widgets, I think. Wrong brace there. So in here, we can do we can set up just like the basic stuff here. Why are we unhappy? Oh, because right. That makes sense. This guy how was it? It was icon. Home? Home. Label. We'll just do a text for now. Home. Okay, why are we not? Because I messed that up. There we go. What's going on here? Let's stop and restart that. Stop bouncing. Synchronization failed. Okay. Something went haywire there with the hot reload. What? Okay, well. Oh, I think it's because we have this column in here. This actually should be, I believe. How did we do that over here? We had a scaffold and we put it inside of a row. But this is a center. I don't think we want that, do we? I think we need a row though still. Let's get rid of that. That way. That way we get that, and then we get our little row over here. Then after that, after our my inspector. Whoop, that killed it. Cool, cool, cool. All right, this is our... Okay, here's screen time. Here's first step over here again. Can I inspect her now? Oh, I didn't have it running. Because to my mind, it seems like this shouldn't be a child. It should just be its own thing. But all right, that's deeply frustrating. I wonder if it's because I have two instances open. Maybe they're fighting. Let's close that one. Okay, now. Well, that's just a lie. And you die. Awesome. Okay, well, we don't get to use that right now. I wonder if that broke in the update. See details. IPC server thread. Okay. Whatever, fine, I'll close that. Okay, so we overflowed there, that's fine. What we need to do is fix that. Let me take a look here again. Let's go back down. So we put you in a row over here. And then, yeah, okay. We closed the safe area. And then we did an expanded, that's right. If they're in a row, that puts this in and then these guys. But that's where we swapped out the child for the other widget, which is fine. We should probably do that. But our other widgets, big card. We put it into a card. Where did the buttons come in? That's on the generator page. There we go. That's right. So yeah, that's in a column. So I think what we need to do here, we could put you into a what do you have? You have children. We could put you into a widget. That's fine. We might do that still, but I'm just trying to remember. Child is all it was. Okay. Can I do children here? I don't think so. What we can do is a column for now. And that comes down here. We do a column which has children, list of widgets, and then close that list. No? Oh, because I put it in the wrong place. Down there. That. Did I not do... Guess I didn't. Okay. That's not... Oh, because this is disconnected from reality. Because we crashed. Chuck you up there, rerun. There we go. Okay. And then we can also do... we could center this column. I believe. This would be... body? No. Child. Oh, actually, we can do something even better. We don't need to put you into a center. Because this column has main axis alignment center. Aha. But we also have... That's roughly centered, I think. That's fine. We'll leave that for now. Okay, so we have a place for the graphy graphs. What is our theme? Color is deep purple. That's fine, I guess. For now, we can change it later. But we have the context, which you can get the theme out of, if I'm not mistaken. How did we set generator page? We put you into a container. The homepage has a container that gets a theme. And has a child of a page. I see. Which I guess we could do. But I want them all. Let's stop this one really quick. And we can still do this and get it to come up in our emulator. And we can refresh our memory. So I thought the sidebar got a color too somehow. It did. It got this very pale green. How did we do that? Theme is set here as well. It's deep purple. Oh, actually, let's compare apples to apples, I guess. We'll make you green. We'll stop this. Rerun it. And while we do that, I'll look over here again. So the home page. Doesn't really seem anywhere to get set except for the container. Okay, yeah, this is a very pale green now. But if we go back to, what was it, dark purple? Or deep purple? Let's just roll that. If we did that, I guess that is just very, very faintly purple. Okay, that's fine for now. Can I do a color in there? No, that doesn't seem to have a color property. I would need to do, oops, a container with a child. I would need to then come down here, do that, and then what are we saying here? Unnecessary. Okay, but it's not, because I'm interested in color scheme dot, let's just say, we don't seem to have a navigation, but we can do primary container. I'm okay with that. What would that do for me? None? What if I tried swapping this? Then I don't need that one. Huh. Doesn't really seem to care. Let's roll that all back. Roll back that container since it doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, it's more or less the same. Interesting. So, how would I... How would I change that if I wanted to make it a darker color, let's say? Excuse me. Why? Have you turned yourself back on? There we go. Navigation rail class. First or last element of a row. Okay. Which defines the app scaffold body. Makes sense why we had to put it in a row then. That's kind of what they want you to do. Appearance of all navigation rails. Navigation rail theme. Okay. How about this doesn't really help me understand how I'm supposed to correctly use this. Inherited widget that defines visual properties for navigation rails and navigation rail destinations in this widget subtree. Okay. Group alignment. Okay. Trailing destinations. We will need those eventually, but if I go back in this widget subtree. So I would need to do this. I need to chuck in one of them. Child becomes the navigation rail. Data. Is a navigation rail theme data. So background color, we can do what the heck was that? It's theme.of, and then context color scheme dot, let's say primary container again for fun. There we go. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. We need to do. How did we? We can do that. Actually, I think I do that. And then, oop, I didn't do that right. That's lowercase, I think. There we go. And then up here, our navigation rail, we got our destinations and we do, let's do this above that. It makes more sense to my brain. That's a selected index, and then on destination selected, value is what we did before, which must come from the dealio there. Set state. There. We had to do... Didn't have to do anything to bring in set state. Yeah. Oh. That's probably why. No, that's still... Why is set state not found? It don't make a lot of sense now, does it? Oh, did I... No, it's in Dart. Framework.dart. It's a Flutter thing. Same deal, same deal. Set state. It's weird that this loses its highlighting as soon as I make a specific type for it. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe... I'm missing something here. Oh, you know why? I bet I know why. This is a stateful widget. And that only exists in a stateful widget, I betcha. That's fine. We should extract this center as its own widget anyway. So we can do, we'll call you data widget for now. You can extend stateless. We need to override widget build. Widget space build, right? Yes. Got one over here I can look at too. Context. I'm looking at the wrong thing. This is the homepage state one. What I should be looking at is generator over here. Because we need to set that up for the guy up there. But this, we just need to return over here. We return to center. Let's do the same thing. And then all of this down to the end of column. and come down here. Wait. Oh, right, yeah. We do need to pull out state. That's fine. And data, for that matter. We can just pull you... Where else do we use state? Nowhere, I don't think. Oops. That needs to go not up there, but down here. That makes that all still working. Because we watch state in our stateless widget, which is confusing to me, but we're just going to roll with it. Then here, we need to do so here is where we did a switch. No, I can't remember. It is a switch. So we have a widget that's page. Okay. That's right. So we store a variable here. See, up here I did this guy up above build, actually. That might be a mistake. We also don't have this. This is a stateful widget. We also need to do this, right? This needs to be that. This is the stateful widget. This is the state. That's right. This needs to be override state by homepage type create state, which is this guy. Why are we not happy? Okay, sure, you can have that. That's fine. Return type of state. Oh, this extends state. This is very confusing. Okay, now. Switch on the selected index. Case 0. Page up there is data widget. Data widget. Break. Default, we throw no widget for index. Selected index. One too many of them. Okay. And then down here, this needs to be page. There. And we can do the same thing we did navigation rail. We had extended constraints max width has to be greater than or equal to 600. Why can't I constraints? Because you need not only context, but also constraints. What are you over here? Box constraints. That's what you are. I wish that they're valid override. Oh, whoops. I put this in the wrong spot. Okay. We needed to return a layout builder. That's right. I remember this part now. Something just happened with the light. And then this here. This is context constraints. And then we come down here to end of scaffold. No? What's the proper way to close this? That does need the we need one of them as well. Gets to close that. Okay. And then everything is hoppy. I think and this is also where we did the container so that we could get, let's until we know better, we'll kind of follow what we just did in the tutorial. Chill. How about child? But I jumped the gun on that. Now this container, which has a child page, but also has color. What is fixed? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Ah. What are my other options here? There's a secondary container. What's that? Seems to be roughly the same. Tertiary container? Interesting. Okay. Hideous, but interesting. Secondary fixed. Is that the same? Yeah, okay. I'm happy to have this be white right now, but This is deprecated, apparently. Use surface instead. Okay. I'm happy with that for now. Probably change our colors, but you know. What about deep orange? What's that look like? I don't love that. How about blue? That's okay. What if I just made this primary? Oh, okay. I like that even more. That's very nice. We can change it later, or just, you know. Having fun. Having fun. Okay. Let's actually do a quick commit here, because we got a decent chunk of work that I'm reasonably happy with. What is this? Oh, sure. Go ahead. Add your key. That'll be helpful when you try to replace things. We'll say add navigation rail, extract data to widget, play with theme. Perfect. Happy to have that up. Okay. Let's clear that just because it annoys me when it sits up there. Now, let's think here. We're going to move this eventually, I think, but for now it can sit here while we work on it. Let's pull over FL chart is what you're called. So we need to go into pubspec YAML, dependencies, FL chart 1.1.0. We'll pub get that. And we're done with that. Okay. Now. Okay, just because it's bugging me, I'm also going to say Flutter 6 packages have newer versions. Can I check here? Environment SDK, okay. In pubspec. So outdated. Doesn't tell me. Upgrade. No dependencies changed. Okay. doesn't tell me. Like, how do I know what the current version is? What is the correct way, right? But upgrade doesn't help that. Let's try it though. They say Flutter pub upgrade major versions. Oh, okay. Change 2 dependencies. I bet you, double check here. Let me try to understand what this. Okay, this means compatible with. So that's minor versions. So I guess we do. So for characters, it tells us 1.4. Wait, where did my characters go? I don't use characters in here. What are you talking about? Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. This. So these aren't. This also says you can clean and then get again. It still doesn't upgrade them. Nobody seems to understand how this works. It's very frustrating that the answers are just, oh, I just changed them manually. Well, yes, but I'm looking for a better understanding. Let's check what the latest SDK is. One would think it would be that. 3.9. So we got. It's auto-generated. We have a nice little Dart tool over here too. Interesting. Okay. Let's just say update characters. What do you give me for that? Update characters. Package. It's really annoying. Here's a Git issue. Let's scroll down here. Ah, okay. We should be able to say unlock transitive. Newer version is incompatible to dependency constraints. Very confused by this because none of these are major versions. I'm just not going to worry about it for now. Let me double check this real quick. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it for now. Precious little actual information out there. We got our FL chart in. Let's just push on with that. Bar chart. Okay. Duration is optional. Oh, that's not what I want. It's for line. Okay. So all of that is optional, but we can leave our text in there for now. But we want to have a bar chart. But this is going to mean we need to why don't Flutter guys tell you what you need to import ever? Curious about that. I'm assuming import package FL chart bar chart. All right. Maybe. Nope. Deeply frustrating. FL chart add to here. Then you need to read the docs. Start from here. Which just tells me about the things I just looked at. Let's go with the guide. Okay. Here it is in a completely unrelated place. That's cool. And it seems that we only get everything, which is again frustrating. Okay, whatever. We'll live with it. Now, our groups. Bar chart group data. Sure that's correct. This is pie chart. Oops, too many backs. Bar chart. What item per group to show normal bar chart? Okay. So we need a bar chart data in here. And we can start doing, let's just do a quick test. Bar groups. This isn't even a widget though. This is bar chart group data. Position of the group on the horizontal axis. I don't want them on the horizontal. I want bar rods, which is a list of bar chart rod data. From Y to Y. Okay. So this is going to be bar chart rod data. Listy list. And then so it goes from there to there, but I have a name. How the hell do I give you a name? I think it's chart group data. Name parameter X. Position the group on a horizontal axis. I guess 0? This is, let's just say 10. We'll just do a mock, right? To figure out how we want to lay this out and how to do it correctly. Bar chart raw data. Color, I don't care about that right now. I don't care about width right now. What I want is showing tooltip indicators in the group data. This is indexes of bar rods to show the tooltip on top of them. I don't think I want that. I don't understand how to get... How the hell do I give them labels? Tiles data, access tile data. What is... Like, it has to be in raw data, right? Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense on any other way. What do you have for me? You don't, though. Well, for funsies, let's just throw in one more of these. And we'll make you 5, right? That's a nice little thing. Why did hot reload fail to complete? Hot reload me. I don't know, whatever was running there. We'll close it. Oh, probably because I failed the... I didn't have the import correct at first or something. Well, we broke stuff. That's what we did. No check operator used on a null value. Okay. So we didn't do our chart correctly, looks like. Bar chart data. Bar groups. List of bar chart group data to show the bar lines together. Maybe that's just totally incorrect. This video here, I don't really want to watch it, but apparently I'm gonna have to. Okay. He's installing it. I need you to get to the point, dude. I'm really mad at your docs. Okay. He's doing bar groups. Wait. Yes, right there. Yeah. Oh, he's doing bar rods. But he did. Hang on. Bar chart data. Bar chart group data. Yeah, okay. So we did this all correctly so far. Okay, yeah. Oop. A little bit of an internet blip there. Hopefully Twitch doesn't fall over. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, so we could use this to group them by day if you wanted to do that. We'll worry about that a little later. Shut up, dude. Well, don't shut up, but get to the point. He's messing around with spacing. I just want labels. Okay. Okay, access labels. That doesn't quite get me there. I feel like this is just like the most basic thing you would want, right? Is to know how to put text on the bottom of these, and he's still Struggling to get there. While he does that, hang on. Just gonna come in here, do that. Still broken, but you know, that's cool. Check a sized box in there. Okay, this guy is just not. Label bars. How about that? Yeah, it's on Stack Overflow even. Stacking another chart on what? Are you high? Very confused. I'm still confused. I must be missing something silly and stupid here. Um. Okay. Well, let's. I was hoping to see this thing so I could tell for sure if I was on the right track, right? Let's figure out what's going on here. Null check operator used on a null value. But rotated box. Axis chart scaffold widget. Let's go back. Let's comment these guys out really quick. Just to see. Okay. So not there. Comment this out. I've missed one. I've missed another. No, that should have been correct. Positional argument expected but not found. Bet you it needs bar chart data to exist. So that's still okay. So it's a fundamental flaw here. 315.16. It doesn't really help me. Like everything should be figured out. Because there's like a min and a max, but it's supposed to figure them out if you don't provide them. Which so we can try. So this is in bar chart data. Min y 0, max y 20. Okay, it's not that. Show me your... Really irritated here. Where are your example? It's not helpful. Bar chart. Takes me back here. I thought there was an examples page. Okay, this takes me to the samples page. Can I... This one's simple. Source code. Bar chart. Okay. This is the tooltip, but I don't want the tooltip. I don't want this nonsense, right? I want these. But also I want it to friggin' work. Bar chart data. Bar chart data. I don't want bar touch data. Right now, anyway. Is that? No. Is there a different option? This is kind of nonsense. Here's another option. Column. What would column look like for you? Okay, this is way simpler. Let's give this a go. Friendship ended with FL chart. Now Sync Fusion chart is my best friend. Chuck all that real quick. We might go back, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I need you to go here. Charts. 31. Wow. That's a heck of a version, huh? Let's do... There we go. Okay. Got that tidied up. Now... Okay, what do we got to import here? Found it already. So much better docs, right? I just had to scroll down. I didn't have to click to another friggin' page. Right there. Here's how we get started. Add a chart to the widget. Bind a data source. Which is a class. Okay. I like this, I think. Let's find out if I do. So we can do class usage data. Let's call you. Okay. We need to first. I don't know anything about Dart classes yet. I think this is okay. I think this is the constructor, maybe. But we have name and we'll do duration for now. Call it usage. And then we might have to go learn some things about Dart classes. Might be important. But for now, we're just going to YOLO it. So we want... So they've put this into a container. But I think we can just do SF call. No, where was my... Where did you go? Column, this one. Reopen you. This takes me to another page, but that's okay. As long as it works. Scaffold. Okay, so it is SF Cartesian chart still. Oops. And then primary x-axis. They say category axis. We'll roll with it. Primary y-axis. Numeric axis. Wait a second. Okay, well. Minimum 0. Sure. Maximum 20. Sure. Interval 10. No, 5, because we got a 5 in there. Okay. Tooltip behavior. Wait, tooltip. What is tooltip in this case? Ah, this is tooltip behavior enable true. It's a weird place for it to be, but okay, whatever. I don't know why you did that exactly. We'll move on. And then, so we need to have a data. We can do a test data is usage data. We can dummy this up. It's a list, and we got usage data. Name is foo. Usage is we'll do that. It'll be fine. Bar duration milliseconds 5. What are you mad about? You mad about that? Yes, that's what you're mad about. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so now back to our chart. We go down here. Series is the name. And it's a Cartesian series. Right? Of usage data string. I'm not data source. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, I missed one. We need a column series. Hang on now. This gets data source. What did I call you? Test data. And then this is usage data, empty string to test data dot x. It says, but I don't have an x. What is x in this? Or is this the data in here? Have they shadowed? I don't think so. Oh, because they're chart data. Okay, so x in this case is the string, so that's actually the data dot name. Okay, and then the y value, because that's x, yes. This is usage data. I don't know what this is doing. This other, that, the underscore, I don't know what we're throwing away, but data dot usage. What did I call you? I did call you usage. Duration isn't returnable from a num function as required by the closure's context. Ooh. Okay. This can become then an int. Up here, we populate it, we would just, for the real, we would just have to do milliseconds if we did this, which is fine. Usage, okay. And then it says name. We'll do that. And I don't care about the color. But what am I missing here? Like to define, oh right, that's fair. We need to close that. Go away, please. And then we should be ready to rock. Okay. I don't know where this test name thing came in. Ah, right there. Okay. I don't think I care about name. Can we do it without? Oh, not really, because then it just says series 0. Okay. So we'll put that back. Then it says, oh, I gotta wait for it to rebuild. Then it says screen time. And I'm reasonably okay with that as a thing. Okay. It was a wonderful illustration of bad developer experience and good developer experience, right? Like, all of this looks great, but if it doesn't friggin' work, if I don't know everything what I'm doing, how am I going to get to where I know everything I'm doing, right? It has to work. It has to be easy and fast, otherwise I go find something else. Okay. We bookmarked that so that we can recall our docs next time. But this is where we're going to end. We're going to add this. We're going to commit this. And we're going to say add test bar chart for... That's it. That's all we did here. Yeah. Okay. I'm okay with that. We'll push that up. All right. And that is where we will end for tonight. I'm going to go make lunch for tomorrow and then go to bed because I'm tired as hell. So thanks to everybody who swung by. I enjoyed chatting with you. I'm going to do this thing again tomorrow. I do this from Friday through Monday. So tomorrow will be the last day. It'll be at the same time, 8 p.m. Central. Twitch, you got a schedule. YouTube, they make it hard for me. Just do math. And I'd love to see you all again. And if not, have a great week anyway. We'll catch you next week, maybe.